Okay, so Facebook blocked my video because I played copyrighted material, and I understand Facebook's automatic bots do that, right? I'm just going to have to contact them later and get that part, put back in, let them know it's fair use. I'm a reporter, I'm a licensed media company, and I was explaining something, and I was transforming the meaning of Michael's music. I was educating about Michael's music. So Facebook's bots automatically had blocked me. Okay, so that's why I'm starting all over again. So let's get back to Jaafar, which I think is great news that he's playing Michael. I hope Brandon Howard gets to be in it some kind of way. Jaafar is 26 years old, so he can play the teenage Michael from Off the Wall all the way up, and I think they might age progress him because, and then they're gonna put the white makeup because he's got the lead. So I don't know if there's going to be a kid Michael, of course, that's going to be a different actor. But starting at Off the Wall Michael, I think Jaafar can play him all the way to the end, and they can just put white makeup on him, right? And just kind of contour the nose and kind of change him a little bit, because all that is still Michael. So if Michael can change a little bit like that, so can Jaafar, so that's what I'm hoping. So Jaafar does have the lead. But anyway, here's Jaafar. And I want to play his music, but now I'm afraid to play his music because they are, here we go. Here's Jaafar right here. Let me do this. And 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold on, 2, 1. Okay. And so this is Jaafar's song, right? And this is his video, and it's from 3 years ago, June 28, 2019. And there he is. And I think he'll do a great job playing Michael. Now, I am a little worried about his little bit of dancing, okay? Because he is a little bit stiff. Okay, he's not the great, see, he's a little stiff. And I think that's just because he's nervous, and it's his first video. So he's a little bit nervous. That's not him, that's another kid. So we're there he is right there. Yeah, I think, they're just going to have to practice with him more to get his dancing together. But he's a good dancer, but you just got to be a great dancer to play Michael. There he goes right there. There he is. There he is right there. There he goes. Okay. All right. So he just needs some improvement. Okay, Jaafar. All right. Okay. There he is. Okay. So for his dancing, I think he can do a little bit of improvement on his dancing, but they got it. Anton Fuqua. Okay. Graham, he's the producer, and Logan, who is the writer. I'm a little concerned about a white writer, though. But, make sure that he gets the essence correct, okay? And John Bronca and John McClane, and now, that's going to be so much fun. That's going to be so much fun. So they're supposed to start shooting. I don't know if they're going to start. Reports said they're going to be shooting the end of this year. But Anton Fuqua said he ain't even finished to the end of this year. And he needs at least 2-3 months prep time before they start shooting. It's not like he's going to finish a project and then just walk on the set and just start shooting. He's got to plan everything out. He's got to visualize everything. As the director, you got to figure out, are you going to make this an overhead shot? Are you going to make this a below shot? Are you going to make this a side shot? Where are you going to cut it at? Where's the close up of the ham right here? Or are you going to do the eyes real tight on this part? There's a lot that goes into it, that the director is responsible for the look of a film, right? So a lot of us just watch the film for entertainment purposes, but me as a filmmaker, I'm learning that every single thing in a film is put there on purpose, is put there intentionally, right? Now, of course, there's mistakes, like the great Quentin Tarantino. He's made all kinds of mistakes. The first Star Wars, he went back, Lucas, he went back and he reshot and did some new audio on the first Star Wars, because you just don't have the money that you want. So there's mistakes that are made in movie making, but Anton Fuqua is like the best, black or white, film director of our day, you know, right now. He did Training Day. He's did Emancipation with Will Smith that I still got to watch. Maybe I'll watch. No, I can't watch a movie. I got things to do. All right. So, so we're going to hope the best. And I know that he's going to be great. Catherine has made a statement. It was, quote, "It's so wonderful to see him carry on Jackson's legacy of entertainment and performers." Yes, it is, Mother Catherine. How you doing, honey? How you doing? 93, right? My dad's 90. I hope she's doing as good as my dad. You know, I got to call my father today, too. I got to call him as soon as I get off the phone. He had a doctor's appointment today. Okay. Prince also made a post and said he's so happy for his cousin. He's going to do great. And Prince is going to be working on the film as well. Taj made a comment, of course. Bronca made a comment, of course. The Jackson family made a comment, of course. And then there was this other thing about Oprah is going to try to sabotage the Michael Jackson biopic. I hope that ain't true. Oprah, girl, come on. You know, sometimes you just got to humble yourself and say you were wrong. Okay? We all have to do it. And you were reckless, Oprah, in judging him without sending someone down to the trial and not respecting the jury who looked at all the evidence that she did not and found him not guilty 14 out of 14 counts. The LAPD, grand juries, okay, the FBI, the CIA, all right, Child and Family Services, but Oprah thought she knew more? Like, no, all them people are wrong. Michael's a molester. I mean, come on, girl. When all there is mouth. That's it. And that stupid Leaving Neverland child porno flick. Okay. So many lies in it. You know, so many lies in Wade and James. Did you know that Wade was the first witness the defense called in the 2005 trial? The first one. So if Michael knew he molested him, Michael gonna say, yeah, let him go first. Set the tone, okay? When seasoned prosecutors, Tom Sneddon had one of the highest prosecution rates of anybody in the entire country. Okay, when he brought somebody to trial, they went down. That's why he thought he was big enough to take Michael down. But no, you did not. You got embarrassed, mud on your face. You got 0 guilties, 14 out of 14 non-guilties. And it took the jurors 7 days. So they looked through everything. Deliberations was for 7 days. Okay, so they looked at everything they could look at. Okay, Oprah. And if Oprah's trying to sabotage, I don't believe it. Because it's just too stupid to me. You know why? Because you ain't going to win. And why waste your time? Why waste your time, Oprah? Somebody, this one guy, I think I saved a screenshot of who the guy was. Let me take a look. This right here? No. It's some Planet MJ. Let me see if I have that in my history because I watched it, right? It's some kind of Planet MJ guy who let's see. And there's some fake Michael Jackson announcement there. Don't even sound like Michael, the mouse moving all wrong. We all know where the original came from. I ain't even gonna show you guys that. Okay, so we got this one, and let's look here. And let's go here, and let's go to history. Let's go here. And he's the one that's saying Oprah is trying to sabotage the MJ biopic. Girl, you ain't got power like that. Just let it go. It's not something that you're in control of. Here it is. Here's the guy who said it. Let me show you. I'm gonna have to turn his volume down. Okay, and wait for the commercial to play. Okay. This guy, Oprah sabotaging Michael Jackson biopic to avoid exposing her lies. Jaafar Jackson cast as Michael. Now, this guy says that he talks to Jaafar. Okay, he's from Popcorn Planet, and that's what he is saying that his sources are telling him. Sources don't mean much, right? But it's absolutely ludicrous for her to think she can do that, right? It's ludicrous, right? And I don't believe it. I don't believe it, because Oprah, there's enough stuff out there on her that I've seen that people have posted that I saw before I even heard the Jaafar was playing Michael in the Michael biopic. That, you know, Oprah hung around with a whole bunch of Harvey Weinsteins and the like. Okay. There were, wasn't there a prosecution of somebody molesting one of her girls at her school in Africa? It's her in the pajamas with the girls and sleepovers. And then she said when she was interviewing Wade and James that it feels good to be molested, you know, and as you're a kid, because touching down there feels good. It was her attempt at being charming and funny, but it came out wrong. But somebody can build Oprah's a molester. Her dad was accused of some kind of sexual sexual misconduct. You know, so I'm sure that people can make something of Oprah and try to make her look like a child molester. I don't believe she is. Okay, but it can be spun that way. There's enough out there, just like Michael was spun that way. And Michael didn't hardly say it feels good to be molested. Michael didn't wear matching pajamas at sleepovers like Oprah does. Okay, Oprah on the phone with the kids kind of blushing while she's interviewing, talking about the kids calling her, you know, at night and at any time and having problems and she got to take care of it. And, you know, so anything can be spun. Anything can be spun. Okay, so I do not think Oprah would waste her time trying to sabotage the Michael Jackson biopic. And if she does, girl, I'm not even going to go there. Okay, so Jackie Jackson also made a comment, right? So we are very, very pleased. I am, and I hope you guys are pleased with Jaafar playing Michael as well. And I think that's, oh my God, I got through all the notes. And, yep, I got through all the notes. Oh, childhood. That is my least favorite Michael Jackson song. I do not like it. Okay. I'm an R&B girl. I like R&B music. That ain't R&B. Okay. And he says, have you seen my childhood? Yeah. We saw it, right? Especially us Black people. In the late 60s to the 1970s, when the world was more segregated, and so was music. Okay, we all wanted to be a part of that Jackson family. Okay, we all wanted to be you. We wanted to have your life. We were inspired by you, Michael. And then you're gonna grow up and tell us, don't be inspired by that. That it was all a fake and a fraud. I hate that song. I'm sorry. I don't like it. I don't like it at all. You know, you want to feel sorry for a kid, feel sorry for Dave. His father burnt him and he had to live with scars his whole life. I'm sorry, Michael. I never saw you go on stage with a black eye or a broken finger. Okay? I'm sorry I don't see a police report of Joe beating you like that. I think you got the same spankings we all got. Same whoopings we all got. Okay? And we learned how to whoop our kids through the slave system that used to beat the hell out of us. Okay? That's how we learned how to whoop our kids. So anybody that's going, oh, Joe is so terrible and you not Black? Well, we learned it from your ancestors, okay, who used to beat the shit out of us. I'm sorry, okay? They used to beat the shit out of us, okay? That's where we learned to whoop our children. So to everybody with this holier than thou thing that, oh, she just loved Joe Jackson and she condones beatings and all this stuff. No, I don't. But I just don't see all this feel sorry for Michael. Wanted to work. Michael, you know what they would say about Michael? They would say during rehearsals when the boys were like flirting with girls during the breaks, or the brothers were out playing basketball and Michael wanted to get back to rehearsal, Michael would have people go up to him and tell security, go get my brothers. Tell them we got to go back in and rehearse. Michael was a workaholic as a kid. Michael said that when he used to jump in the pool and do his little somersaults in the pool, or his bombs or whatever you call those in the pool, Michael would say a prayer. I want the #1 record in the world. I want the highest selling record in the world. And he would pray for that. Michael wanted to be the exact pop star that Joe made him be. Joe told him and taught his children how to make their dreams come true. And it's not always going to be roses, rainbows, and unicorns. It's not. Every kid has a sad, poor me story. Okay? And with Michael Jackson, to feel the love that he felt and the happiness that he felt making his dreams come true and being pursuing the exact goal that he wants. Do you know how precious that is to have a father and a family that all are thinking the same and they want the same things? Do you know how privileged that is? That you have a father who gives a shit? Or a father that's even present, especially a black father? I feel a little like this much sorry for his childhood. This much. This much. Not much. Not much. And I know Michael's listening. I'm sorry. I just don't have it for you. Because I know that there are kids out there that live on the streets, that don't have nobody that loves them, that lives in foster homes. Their parents abandoned them. They're missing fingers, or they're burned up, or they're beaten. They have whips, and they have no one. They could be talented like you and have dreams to be a singer, and nobody gives a crap. Okay? Michael should be, and Michael finally did say that. And what took me here was when I was sitting in the 2005 trial, and they were this video they played of the outtakes, and Joe was sitting right there. And so was Catherine. I mean, I could tap on their shoulder, right? Because I sat directly behind them, not 4 rows back, directly behind them, right? And I watched them as stuff happened. I watched their interaction, and I watched their reactions to things. And Michael had said, you know, my father is a genius. He said, my father is a genius. And he said, you know what? If you take one whooping away, I might not be who I am. Michael grew up, got more mature. I might not be who I am, and I like being Michael Jackson. He loved his career. He loved his accomplishments. Okay, so there is this unreleased footage of Michael in childhood. Let me show you. Let me show you guys. Okay, that's the last thing I'm gonna talk about, and you guys can be mad at me if you want to. I'm looking at the greater good. The greater good of what Joe did got a lot of kids make a wish, all the charity. All the money Michael gave to charity, all feeding all them African kids, and coming and going visiting kids at hospitals, and Michael donating stuff and donating hundreds of millions of dollars to charity. Are you kidding me? And I'm supposed to be mad at Joe Jackson? It's nonsensical. Joe didn't know how to make his kids what he knew that they could be. He didn't know. He just did the way that he thought would work, and damn it, it worked. There is no other large family in the history of the world that has more success than this Jackson family. And they just so happen to be black too. Okay? So Michael can miss me with, have you seen my childhood? Yeah, I did. And it was pretty cool. Okay? It was pretty cool. You had a mama that loved you. You had a father that was very strict. But how else he going to do it with 9 kids in a 2-bedroom house, 800 square foot house? How else is he going to keep that under control? And none of y'all drug addicts, street drug addicts. The only reason why Michael was a drug addict, prescription drug addict, was because Debbie Rowe, Dr. Klein, and Dr. Hoffman purposely addicted him to drugs. You want to talk about, have you seen my fake nerves? Have you seen my horrible doctors? You know, maybe that should have been a song instead of my childhood, because your childhood, and it's kind of like Bill Cosby, right? And the Cosby. When Bill Cosby got in trouble, right, got accused of being a sexual predator on women and drugging women so he could have sex with them, right? We can't like the Cosby Show no more. He just took, everybody wanted to be a Huxtable, right? Right? So the same thing was a Jedi mind trick. And whoever was telling him, poor you, you know, poor you. You were doing what you wanted to do, Michael. You wanted it more than even Joe wanted it for you. Okay. And poor you. And then all of us that have been inspired by it, you just told us not to be inspired by you no more. It's a trick. It was a racist mind trick to get black people to separate themselves from falling in love with you when you were a child. Okay, to take that love away, to kind of dismiss that love, because that kind of love that we had for Michael as a child, that love was so deep, and we were so proud of the Jacksons, so proud of the Jacksons, so proud, so proud, so proud. Okay, and then you're going to tell us it was all a fraud? I hate that song. I'm sorry. I hate that song. Hate it. Okay, so anyway, so I was gonna, what was I gonna show you guys? I was gonna show you, oh, childhood. Oh, that's right. Okay, hold on. Let me go here. Let me go to my history and childhood. Okay, let me see where it is. That childhood, Michael Jackson childhood. Let me look at it. Michael, oh, I think it's in my downloads. Hold on. It's in my downloads. Okay, so let me go to my library. Download player. Let me see. I got to go to my downloads. Okay, so I want you to see how Michael's laughing after he's recording childhood. He's not depressed. Okay. Let's see. Yeah, we all saw it and we loved it. We loved you as a child. And we loved your childhood. We wanted to be just like you. We wanted to be better people. I got good grades in school because I wanted your album in elementary school, Michael. Okay, so I hate that song. Okay, so anyway, where is my downloads? Hold on, let me find my downloads, and I'm going to show it to you guys. My downloads. Oh, downloads. Real player. Where's my real player? This is going to take me a second, guys. Please bear with me. Okay, real player. Because I saved it. Chicago. Stranger in Moscow. Here it is. Okay, where is it? Okay, so there's all this footage. Let me turn it down so that I don't get blocked again from YouTube. Okay, so here's a whole bunch of behind. I can't even watch the whole thing because it just irritates me, right? So here it is. And then towards the end, let's go towards the end. That ain't the end. Where is it? No, it's somewhere where Michael's recording childhood. Let's see if it's here. Because somebody did a snippet of it, and see Michael singing childhood. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Okay, I wish I could play it, guys. But anyway, here we go. So his vocals are really good on it. I don't like the song at all because I'm an R&B gal. It's not R&B enough for me. But his vocals were decent and good. But see, so just watch. Okay, he's almost finished. It's almost finished. See, smiling. And then the guy says, was talking to him, did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Did we get it? Oh, he's still singing it. Come on, Michael, get to the part. Okay, here it is. So he's like, did we get it in the studio? Is this the part? No, he's still singing it. Where's the end? Okay, I think this is the end. No. Okay, he's still singing it. Oh, here we go. It's right here. And he kind of walks off. Did we get it? Did we get it? Nope. That's him still singing. That's him still singing. Him still singing it. Him still singing it. Him still singing it. He's asking, did we get it? Did we get it? Is this the part? And he finishes. And he takes off his thing. And he's happy as can be. See? Look, he happy as can be. He happy as can be, see? So, I'm just saying, I don't like that song because you messing up my fantasy. And I'm allowed not to like one of Michael Jackson's songs because you guys know I love Michael Jackson's songs. I love Michael Jackson's songs, just not that one, okay? So anyway, you guys can disagree. You can yell at me. You can say I'm terrible, whatever you want to. But, you know, coming from a black family, you know, Joe wasn't perfect, but God doggone it, what he did, woo, it changed the world. And it sure did help a lot of people. All the charity Michael and Janet and the Jacksons gave to underprivileged children, abused children. It's just the greater good. And that's how I have to learn how to separate things for the greater good. Because some things are close, you know, 49, 51, you know, so I go to the 51 when it's close. But this one's not even close to me, okay? You know, because I know what abused children went through. And I know that even after they got grown, the Jacksons didn't stop performing. So if Joe was forcing them to perform, how come they kept performing after Joe wasn't their manager no more? Okay, after they fired their father. But you know what? Joe took them all the way up. He was their manager until they got of age. And you know, Michael had that one big hit, you know, Thriller. And Michael spent the rest of his life trying to top Thriller. And he couldn't. You know, because Joe gave him all the tools that he needed to get to Thriller. Okay, his father did. You know, and Michael said, Joe is a genius. My father is a genius. And I was in the courtroom and Joe went, yes. Joe was very happy when he heard that. He was very happy. And Catherine kind of just, you know, like clenched his leg, like, yes. Okay. And I watched them and Joe kind of had a little pep in his step, you know, coming out of the courtroom that day when that footage aired. Right. So Michael got over Poor Pitiful Me. And also you listen to the Oxford speech. Okay. The Michael's Oxford speech, understanding his father. And I thank Rabbi Smooley for, you know, bringing Michael to understanding more about his father. Okay. His father beat him because his massa beat him. Okay. That's how close we are to slavery back then. That when Joe and Catherine was alive, they knew people and family members that were born into slavery. Okay, because they were born in the late 1920s. The slavery ended in 1865, really. Okay, so 35, 45, 55, 65 years. So people were 60s in their 60s back then, or their 70s, or their 80s. So they knew people that were born slaves. Okay, so we're not talking about a whole. We're just talking about a few generations. Okay, that's it from slavery. And that is how they punished us. They beat the living crap out of us. Okay, and so and sometimes if we showed too much love to our children in front of Massa, he wouldn't like it. He'd get jealous. And he'd take the kid, or he'd sell the kid, or he'd do something, beat the kid, or have us. So sometimes we just had to shut up, go sit down. We had to yell at our kids in front of Massa so that he knows that we're not playing favorites to our own children, because he owns our children more than we do. Okay, so there's a psychological thing. And that's why I worry about white people writing our stories, because they just don't know what we talk about in the house. It's just a certain thing that goes on. And I understand we got to write it for white audiences too. I get that, you know, and white audiences don't necessarily want to take some responsibility for some of the terrible horrors of the past. I get that. And Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, is trying to take Black history out as if it didn't even happen because some kids are feeling uncomfortable. Well, our kids need to know, and we need to know that we ain't we ain't impoverished for nothing. that we're just innately not doing as well as white people because white people just better, you know, instead of telling why we're not doing as well. Okay. And for Joe Jackson to raise 9 kids in a 2-bedroom household and lead them to meeting kings and presidents and queens of the world, and Michael having the #1 world's best-selling album, but I'm supposed to be mad at Joe Jackson. Miss me with that BS. All right. Anyway, I'm very happy about Jaafar. I just hope the essence of the blackness is in this script. And I think with Anton Fuqua, it will be, you know, and be fair and be balanced. I understand fair and balanced. I'm not an unreasonable person. All right, guys. So those are all my notes. And I will see you next time. Bye-bye.